How do folks? Wild camp with a difference today. Firstly, I'm not in the north of England, I'm up Scotland. And secondly, I'm not climbing any hills or mountains. I'm camping by the coast. I'm holidaying up in Assynt, and I'd planned to do a wild camp on a Corbett called Glasvane, but the weather conditions have been right against us this holiday. It's been windy for days and it's been very wet, as you can tell by the grey skies behind me. Oh, I'm stuck here in a bog. Oh, messed up my trainers. Oh dear. So I can't do anything up a mountain. So I've come a few miles sort of north of where we're staying, northwest. And I'm doing a coastal wild camp somewhere near the old man of Stoer. That's the plan, the sea stack. But in this wind, I've got to find somewhere sheltered. It's blowing a gale, but I'm on quite a hummocky moor here, so there must be somewhere I can find. This is the first view of the old man of Stoer. Still a bit to go. I'll tell you what, along this path there are some serious, fearsome cliff edges and drops. So you stand and have a look, especially when it's windy like this, and it just sends you a bit dizzy, sort of hypnotised by the drop. There's a saying, it's a French term. Hang on a minute. Oh crikey, nearly fell again. Let's be talking to the camera. There's a French term that translates in English, I think, as call of the void. And I remember Anthony Johnson talking about it on his Pennine Way journey over M62 on bridge. Where you can't sort of get these intrusive thoughts where you look over the edge and you imagine what it'd be like to jump off. I get them all the time in places like this. Sure, one of these days I'm going to do it. Just look at that dizzying edge, it looks horrendous, doesn't it? Just over my shoulder, over that way, is the end of the headland. That's called the Point of Stoer. And I'm going to walk towards it, see if I can find any sheltered spots. Because just here, near the old man, there's nought. So I might just curve round a bit and try and get out of this wind. So on a windy headland like this, I thought the scarp were the best tent to use. Bit of mess there in the porch, but everything's sorted in there. I'm pretty close to the Point of Stoer. It's just down there above my finger, a few hundred yards away. I'm just going to have a walk down now, just so I can say that I've been there. This is as far as it goes, folks. No further. This is the true Point of Stoer, and it's very, very precarious. I don't like this really. Well, that's the true point, that knobble. But look at that. And look at this. So I've tucked myself in here at the bottom of this tiny crag. As you can see, It's very, very misty out to sea. It's like a, what do they call it? A sea fret, a ha, whatever they call it. Just there is where I was on the point of Stoer. Right, 7:07. I've done everything I wanted to. Been to the point of Stoer, seen the old man. I wanted to do a bit of sea watching. I brought the binoculars, but visibility is rubbish, really. So I think that's me sort of heading in for the tent now, and I can't see me coming out again tonight unless there's a freakish transformation in the conditions. Oh, peace at last. Nice. Got a lot of time to kill though. It stays light up here this time of year.
Dragged me into the back garden shed, and that's where he kept the big chest piece.
It's 20 to 9. I've just got back in the tent. I have actually been out again. I put my waterproof overcoat on. There's like a, I don't know whether it's drizzle or really fine sort of sea spray carried in the air. If you go outside, you can feel like dampness on you. Anyway, if I look, I thought it was north, but I'm actually looking more east, northeast. I've been out with the binoculars doing a bit of sea watching, because to the north and east, the sea's calm with the headlands protecting the bay. I've not seen much at all. No cetaceans. Last time I came up here last year, me and our eyes, we saw a minke whale near the lighthouse, which was brilliant. But I've not seen anything like that. We also saw a lot of porpoises last year. Not many birds either. I think that's the effects of bird flu. Last year, when we holidayed in this area, bonxies, which is like, I think it's a Shetland name for the great skewer, but a lot of birders call them bonxies. Bonxies were common up here. And been here now nearly a week and not seen a single one, and I do know as a species they've been hit really hard with bird flu. In fact, the seabirds, not as many as last year, and all the beaches that we're visiting on this holiday we're finding dead gannets. So gannets have been obviously hit pretty hard too, although just scanning now I've seen a couple of gannets, a fulmar, a couple of shags. Anything else? No Manx shearwaters. I'm hoping I'd see one of them as well.
Is being stripped from you if you can't move the way you want to move in your incredible human body because of how you think someone will look at you.
So we've got a couple of days left after today in Assynt. And overall, this holiday compared to last year has not been great in terms of weather. It's kind of curtailed quite a bit what we've been able to do. The first 2 days, we arrived here quite late on Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday, just solid rain really. And another thing, even when it's not rained, what has not let up is the wind. We arrived and it were windy, and it's been windy ever since. Sort of a steady 20-mile-an-hour wind that's lasted for days. So even when it's been dry, it's not always been pleasant conditions to go out in. Yesterday, Tuesday, were a good day though. We ended up, yeah, it weren't a bad day weather-wise, apart from the wind. We ended up going up to Kylescu, is it called, with the bridge. We went on a boat trip to the head of Loch Glencool to see the highest waterfall in the UK. And that were a great trip. That really enjoyed it. And every day previous to that, when they'd gone up the loch, the people on the boats had seen golden eagles. Anyway, typical. The day we go on the trip, no golden eagles. So that was a bit disappointing. But apart from that, we're brilliant. And I love the scenery up there. I'm not going to tell you the name of the ice waterfall in the UK. I know it's got a long name. If I think on, I'll put it on screen. Today's been pretty good actually. We went to the beach at Melvick, which is a fabulous beach. The colour of the sand, it really is white, and when the sun's shining on the shallow sandy waters, it's proper turquoisey tropical looking stuff. And we managed, me and Rise managed to do a bit of fishing today, which were good. We didn't catch anything amazing. In fact, we caught 3 small fish that were not much bigger than the lures we were using. Unfortunately, one of the fish that I caught, never caught them before, was a weaver fish, and I know what they're like. They've got venomous spines. You've got to handle them carefully. Anyway, I managed to stab myself in the finger with it, so that was quite painful for a bit. And then after that, our Bethany stood on something in sand that pricked her foot, and her foot was sore, so whether she stood on one as well, I don't know, but it sounds like she did. Right folks, it's 20 to 11. I'm starting to feel tired, so I will not be too long from bedtime. It's still quite windy. It's flapping the tent around a little bit. But what I like about this camp, on top of the wind noise, there's a background noise of the waves crashing on the rocks at the base of the cliffs. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up. It might just sound like wind noise on top of wind noise, but something quite nice and comforting about it. I do like being by the sea. It's, the coast is a landscape I'm very fond of. Anyway, that'll be it for tonight, and I shall speak to you again in the morning. Good night. Morning folks, it's just turned 20 to 6. It's pretty much full daylight. Like I said yesterday, it's a lot lighter up here at this time of year. I've just stuck my head out at 10. It's a little bit clearer than it was yesterday when I walked up here. It's still very grey, but there's a bit more distance in the views. And when I stick my head out of the tent over there, I can hear somewhere on the cliffs roundabout, I can hear kittiwakes calling. I'm going to stay awake now. I know it's quite early. I'm awake, so I'm going to grab something to eat. I'm going to make a brew. Then I'm going to pack up and then head back to the lighthouse where the car is. Just checking the tent. There's absolutely not a drop of condensation. This sea air must be good for keeping your tents nice and dry. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit, and then we'll get on our way. I'm just going to show you these 4 prominent mountains from left to right. Above my finger there is Canisp. Above my finger there is the mighty Sullivan. That one is Culmore, and that one is Corbetts. Just above, move the sheep, just above that cave there, you can see the droppings on the rocks. That's where the kittiwakes are nesting that I could hear this morning.
Right, it's 25 past 8, I'm nearly back at the car. You can see the Stoer lighthouse just over my shoulder there. Been a really pleasant walk back, that. Better than the walk there, really. Bit more clarity in the air. Done a bit of sea watching on the way as well, but I've seen very little other than what I saw yesterday. Just like to say how enjoyable that wild camp was. I like a good headland, me. My favourite Blur song is called This Is a Law, and it sings about the shipping forecast, and it mentions some of the headlands like Land's End, Malin Head, and I've always quite liked it. It fits with what I like about the coast and stuff. So I'm pleased I've made it to the point of Stoer. A lot better than when we came last year, when you could barely see your hand in front of your face. So that's it for this one. Next one will be when I'm back home, not sure where. But thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.